Here on GoPSUSports.com with Penn State head coach Guy Gadowsky after the Nittany Lions take the opening game in Anchorage by a 5-2 final, then tie 1-1 on Saturday. You make your way back here to State College, a long trip, but it seemed like an experience up there where you could learn something about your team on the road.
I think so. Great to be home, number one, but I think that the guys did a pretty good job. When we went there last year, we left without a win, and this time we left without a loss. And I think it's pretty easy to get an excuse, built-in excuse of the travel, the time difference, you're tired, etc. And I don't think our guys bid in that at all, so I give them credit.
You're playing opponents now that you have some familiarity with. Does that change anything?
No, it doesn't. I mean, every team changes a little bit. I think we have a general foundation, but we're a bit different than we were last year, and I don't think you have to expect the same from every team. We've only faced them once a year, obviously talking about Vermont, and it's in familiar surroundings, which I think is great, but this is a whole new year, whole new team, and we're different as well.
You have a lot of experiences this year where you're going to take your team to play in an NHL venue. Is there always something special about going into a big barn?
Well, I think it's something special, obviously, on its own, and I also think it's important because when we get down to not only the Big Ten championships, but the NCAA is often, and it does come in an NHL building. And I think it's nice to have that experience rather than just a first time looking around in awe sort of deal. It's the more experiences we have like that, fun on its own, but it prepares us for the future as well.
I think one of the strengths right now as well of your team might be the balance and depth you're seeing. If the offense isn't there one game, you know what, the defense is going to have a good game, or you're going to get something, your goaltenders are going to step up. Are you seeing a balance to your team that shows any given night we can count on being in a hockey game?
Well, we like to think that we have a lot of cylinders that can fire, and I'm not so sure every single one has been firing together, but it's nice to know that exactly what you said. I mean, if you look at the two nights in Alaska, I think the first night, I think our offense really held us in there and did a tremendous job, and then the next night, our offense really wasn't doing well, and our goaltending, our defense was excellent. So it's something different every night. When you get the results, we really try to look at our performances, but it's nice to get results, and I think you have to credit a bunch of different areas because of it.
Guy, thank you and have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thanksgiving to yourself.
Thanks. Guy Gadowsky with us, Nittany Lion head coach here on GoPSUSports.com. Here on GoPSUSports.com with Penn State defenseman David Thompson as the Nittany Lions prepare to take on Vermont in Philadelphia on Sunday. Well, let's think back to last year. First career goal, and it's the game-winning goal against Vermont. Any fond memories there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a nice opportunity to go back and play there, and having success last year in front of friends and family is always a big plus for me. So having the opportunity, like I said before, to go back, hopefully we can reciprocate it.
Obviously fan support. How many fans do you expect for just yourself heading back home?
Well, I'm hoping to have a little cheering section at least, the Chomp cheering section. So we'll see how many actually come out, but I am expecting a good amount of family and friends.
Yeah. Where's your game at right now? Where have you grown as a player over the last couple of years?
You know, I just think with the help of the coaching staff and the players around me, I've been able to have more confidence out there and be able to play a more complete game instead of just focusing on one aspect of my game. So just trying to become a more well-rounded player, and I think with the help of the coaching staff and players, like I said, been surrounding me, I've been able to do that.
We talked to Coach Gadowsky about some of the different things that the team has done this year. One game, you know what, you can win 5-2. The next game, a 1-1 tie, and you tighten things up. But do you have the confidence, no matter what kind of game you're in, that you guys can get the job done?
Yeah, we haven't had an opportunity where we felt not enough confidence to go out and do what we have to do. We understand that we trust what we need to do. We trust our speed. We trust our systems. We trust that we will win our objectives. And with all those things firing at the same time, we know that we can win any hockey game any night.
Well, appreciate it and have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Trip.
David Thompson with us here on GoPSUSports.com.